Yeah, let's talk that car talk. Listen here, y'all keep talking to me about these new motors they talking about. Listen, even if they are working on a new motor, let's stop being delusional. We gotta stop being delusional. I hate to be the bad guy that bears the bad news. You won't see that motor for no time soon. You won't see it this year, you won't see it next year, and you won't see it the year after that. You might see it in maybe 3.5, 4 years. They got to get all this stuff cleared to use these motors. Then they got to figure out what car they going to put the motor in. Then they got to figure out the specs and if it can fit into the car. Then they got to figure out what kind of transmission they going to hook the motor to. It's so many other things other than just a motor. Y'all got to stop getting excited, tooting your booty up when somebody tell you something's coming when you won't see it for a long time. We got to stop this. You stuck with the Hurricane. Either you're going to accept the Hurricane or you not. If you want to get a Hemi, get a Durango. If you want to get a Hemi, get a Ram. They maybe put it, no, they ain't going. Also, you can get a Hemi, you go get you a Jeep 392. If you want the V8 that bad, go get those cars. Go get those trucks. Go get that SUV. Maybe they'll put it in a Cherokee, can call it a Trackhawk. That's a possibility. You know they coming with the Ram Charger. Supposedly. I don't know if they coming with it or not, but I'm pretty sure TK and them right on that. They write on most stuff they write on. They probably write on these motors as well, but I'm not finna be getting off excited. Listen here. I'm not finna take a baby oil bath with Mopar. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna baby oil my body up because they said a new motor is coming. What you need to do is accept the inline six. Nothing's wrong with the inline six. I've been telling y'all this for the longest. Yes, it sounds horrible. Dodge went the wrong way about the inline six. The first thing they should have did when they knew they was gonna come out with that motor, you should have been working on that exhaust sound. Exhaust sound is very important to a Moparian. They want their car to sound throaty and muscularly. They want it to sound like it's strong. They don't really care about the speed, even though 550 horsepower is very fast. We can't say it's not. And the modability of this motor is probably gonna be a good motor to modify. It just you gotta give it a little chance. Now I do call the car garbage because I still think the car is garbage. You know, I think they rushed the design. I don't think the motor is garbage. Don't get twisted. I never said the motor was garbage. I think the car, even though it's a good looking car, I think it could have did a lot better. It looks like a prototype car, like a concept car. It doesn't really look like a finished car. And like I said, Dodge did not push the car the right way. First off, when you came out with it, you said it was going to be affordable. That was a lie. It was a lie. $56,000 for an RT base is not affordable. Now you got to come with the power dollars because you lied to us. I got to say you lied to you. You bent the truth or you lied, in my opinion. It's my opinion. So now you got to come with power dollars. That ain't going to help. We already got a sour taste in our mouth. On top of that, you kept the design too similar to the EV version. The EV version got a sour taste, put a sour taste in people's mouth because it breaks down all the time. It was a good looking car. It just was not up to par to all the other electric cars out there. You can't come out with an electric car and be the worst car. You can't come out with an electric car and say you're going to be a muscle car and you're not even faster than regular Teslas. You cannot do that. You got your Dodge Moparians out here thinking that they fast in they EV and they're not. They're getting smoked by Teslas, by Toyotas, electric cars. They get smoked by Chevys. When you say you're going to be the muscle car, EVs, an EV muscle car, you got to be the top dog. You cannot be second, fifth. You got to be the top dog, or at least you got to be up there with the Tesla Plaid. If you're not going to drop a car that fast, then you don't even need to talk about muscle nothing when it comes to an EV. So that car bricked. Then you had your affordable, the car that you was supposed to be affordable, that damn Hornet, you made it unaffordable. $50,000 for a Hornet? Come on, man. Listen, all the motors that you came out with are cool motors. You just got bad marketing and you don't listen. See, Dodge got a hard head. They don't want to listen. Stellantis don't want to listen. Your core customers are telling you, we want a V8. You know you can't give them a V8 because you invested into that inline six. But what you can do is you can give them an inline six that sounds good. Have you ever heard of a BMW downpiped? You know how good that thing sound. Little pops, and you don't even gotta have a lot of pops. Just a few pops. Sound a little bit, sound good. The M3 and M4, they sound good. Even the stock version, it don't sound great, but it sounds good. Because BMW has figured out, listen, we got to make it sound somewhat good. We got to make it sound somewhat good for them to buy it. Now, the inline six is a good motor. Now, I don't know how long and durable they're going to be. It's really a throwaway motor, if you ask me. I think it's a throwaway motor. But I think it can last you 10, maybe you might even squeeze 15 years out of it. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, Dodge is not going to give up on that inline six. And I've given them plenty of ways to get that thing to be a hot car. Like I said, drop the price. I even said bring back the SXT. Or you can make the standard version, the SXT version. Just make it so it sounds good. Just make it sound, even if you got to make the turbo sound louder. You got to make something like, even, when you hear a Hellcat, it's got the whine, you need for the turbos to sound good. Like, make the turbos sound good. Make the exhaust sound low. Invest a little bit of money into fixing the little things and drop the price, and you can save this car. This car can be saved. Or you can just do what I would do. Give up on it. Let it go to the wayside. Come back with another one. You can even keep the inline six and you can put that in there, and you gotta make that car sound good, and you gotta make a commercial where that thing looks like it's worth getting. And I mean doing burnouts, screaming. I'm talking about screaming. You needed to be doing burnouts around the old Chargers and Challengers. Doing burnouts, making people love it. I'm talking about make it smoky. Not that little thing where you can't even, the tires cannot be louder than the motor. Under no circumstances can the tires sound louder than the motor. You can't do that. You can't do that. You got to make this thing right. Even if you got to bend the truth a little bit, enhance the sound. You got to make people want this car. Or you got to give up on it. And if this car flop, let's be honest, Stellantis ain't going to waste no more money in the Dodge. They're not. If this car flops, they just going to focus on Jeep and Ram. They already just focusing on Jeep and Ram. I don't think they're going to give Dodge no more chances, because the people keep asking for a V8 and they're not putting it in the car. I'm pretty sure it should be fairly easy to put a V8 into that new Charger, if you ask me. I don't think it could be that hard. They talking about, well, we can't figure out how to get the exhaust ran. Yeah, you can. Just run it a different way. You can figure it out. You just don't want to invest the money into figuring it out, but you can figure it out. What do you mean you can't? That can't word that's a hard, permanent type of word. Can't mean you can't do something. You can do it. You just don't want to do it. You want to keep that inline six. You're trying to force that on the people. And as you can see, even with your power dollars, your car still ain't selling. It still ain't selling. Why won't you listen to me, man? I done told you all the ways you need. You know what? You're just hard-headed. You're hard-headed. Listen here, Werewolf Pack. If you want a Hemi, get you a Ram. If you want a Hemi, get you a Jeep 392. If you want a Hemi, get you a Dodge Durango. Why they last? That's how you gonna get your Hemi. If you was a car guy, now you got to become an SUV and a truck guy. It's okay. Trucks right now, they pretty much just a big old car. They look just as nice inside. They drive just as smooth, and you can do a lot more stuff. It's okay to go from a truck to a car. I mean, if you like V8 so bad, you can't say it's gas, so you can't say, oh, the truck gonna burn gas. Your regular Hemi burn a lot of gas. Your Scat Pack motor gonna burn a lot of gas. Your Hellcat motor gonna burn a lot of gas. So it shouldn't really matter what you in. You can do more stuff in that truck. So just give up on the Charger, give up on the cars, and go straight truck or SUV. You won't be disappointed. You won't. I've owned them all. I've owned them all. I owned all the SUV, Hellcats, all the cars. I done owned them all. I did. The proof is in the pudding. I done it. Listen, the truck was the best one I owned. The TRX was the best one I owned. It was fast, it luxurious, it rolled, it's nice. Everything was nice in that truck, nicer than a car. So if you want to get you a Hemi, go with one of these new trucks that's coming out. Go get you a 392 Jeep or Durango, or wait for that Ram Charger. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. But stop waiting for them to put a Hemi in these new Chargers. It ain't gonna happen, in my opinion. Now, Roadkill Nights to prove me wrong. They can get on the Roadkill Nights and they can have a Hemi, RT Hemi, a Scat Pack, and a Hellcat version. They could fool me, and I eat my crow. I'll eat it. I'll say I apologize, but I don't see it coming. I think the new surprise they're gonna have at the Roadkill Nights is gonna be a bigger turbo inline six with about 800, 900 to 1,000 horsepower. It's gonna be a monster. It's gonna be fast. Hopefully it's screaming. Hopefully they got the sound of the exhaust sound right. Because listen, we gotta be all the way honest. 1,000 horsepower is a lot. People gonna buy that. 1,000 horsepower inline six, people gonna buy that. I could be tempted to buy it if it sounds good. If the popcorn is popping right, I might be in one of those tonight. But yeah, with that being said, let me know what y'all think is coming. Do y'all think they finna drop a bigger turbo inline six for the roadkill nights? And hey, are you willing to stop driving sedans and go to a truck in order to get a V8? Let me know. Meet me in the comments, man. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. I'm just sitting here, been to get in this truck and go to work. You know, I gotta go get this money, man. I figured I'd drop another video for y'all because y'all know y'all like that car talk, and I like to give it to y'all. But listen here though. Life is too short to be wasting it on people that don't matter. Stop wasting your time on negative people. Stop wasting your time on people that can't contribute to you growing and contribute to your life. It's never using somebody if they using you too. If I use you and you use me too, what's the problem? What's the problem? I don't see a problem. Everybody uses everybody. If I can't use you to get up and come in life, and you can't use you to uplift me or use you to help me in life, we don't need to be around each other. We don't. But with that being said, I'm going to slide on up out of here. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay safe. Peace.